Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another week of Let's Talk. This week we're going to be talking about PC versus consoles, or Mac, whatever you want. I don't really care. Just a computer versus consoles. We're going to be comparing the pros and cons of each one of them, and we're going to be saying, I'm going to be giving you my answer on which one I think is a better choice. So, personally, I use PC because I have, to what I'm knowledgeable of, a very, very good PC. It actually runs very well on almost any game I can think of, such as Fortnite, PUBG, anything, really. It pretty much runs flawlessly, and I actually do have it like running right now, because in that Clicker Heroes grind, every day, I'm just on that grind all the time, because Clicker Heroes is like one of the most popular games in the world, right? Yeah, for sure. Although today we're gonna be putting away my opinion and actually going down to hard facts against which one is better for the users, PC or consoles. So, I know there is very many pros and cons for each, but I'm going to be displaying some of my favorite pros and cons of each one. So, to start off, we're going to be doing the pros and cons of PCs. So, what are the pros of PCs? Well, the first off, pros and cons for PCs is we have keyboards, which you can choose and customize keyboards, so you don't have to have the same keyboards as anyone else, such as with a piece for a console. Usually almost everybody has the same controllers. I mean, you can get them different colors, but really there's nothing really to contrast. But such as myself, I have a Gamdius keyboard, although many people prefer Razer, and other people just use some off-brand keyboards. But it's really all customizable. Like, this one is only $10, and many controllers are up to $50 or something. But this is a nice keyboard. I've had it for a long time, but I just prefer using keyboards. Also, it depends if you like keyboards or controllers better. And we also have a mouse, which is very customizable. This is my mouse. It costs about $30, although you can get a much cheaper mouse for around $10, or you could go all the way up to a very high-end mouse from Razer, costing about $130, something around that. But this is also from Gamdius. I like to use my keyboard and mouses through them. Also, there's many sorts of gameplays you can do, such as Clicker Heroes, or you can do Fortnite. And there's really, if you have a good enough PC, here's mine down here. This has a 1080X, I think. I'm not really sure. I just bought it pre-built because, I cannot build my own PC. But if you are up to that, you can, for sure. And so, it's one of the big deciders. So even if you don't particularly like mouse and keyboard and you prefer controller, you can also hook up a controller to your PC to actually play games through that. I know many people that do that. It's actually a fairly good choice, although it's a little bit less when it comes to competitive gameplay, because mouse and keyboards are, in my opinion, the best, because no pros really use controllers unless you're just a pro on console. If you're on PC, everybody's going to be using keyboard and mouse. Now, we're going to be talking about the Steam market, alright? So, I'm going to bring it up on my PC and I'll show you over there. So, this is just one of many examples, but if we go into the Steam market and you look up Farming Simulator 19, you can buy it for, right here, $34.99. So, that is a little expensive, but if you go over to PS4, you can see it's $49.99 for the same exact game, and it's really just $15 that you could be saving. Now, those are some of the pros for PC, but if we go over to the consoles, let's look at the pros there. Now, in my opinion, for the PS4 and the Xbox, I prefer controllers. Even though I do use PC, controllers just feel so perfect. Like, it just flows with the form of your hand. and PS4 and Xbox did a very good job making it correctly to fit your hand. So, controllers are definitely a deciding factor for whether or not to buy a console or not. Another pro for consoles is it's so easy to coordinate with your friends. All you got to do is go into the settings for talking with friends, and then you just start a call, and it's pretty self-forward. Although one could argue that it's almost just as easy to use TeamSpeak or Discord on PC. So, if we take a look at consoles, they usually do run at 60 FPS if you're talking about the Xbox One X or the PS4 Pro. So, why do you need more than 60 FPS on PC? Why do you need to see more than 60 FPS if your eye can only see 30? Now, that's a very good question. Some people could argue that you don't, or you don't really need to because there's no real point. Although there is, because with your eye, it picks and chooses which 30 frames to see, and the smoother it will be, the smoother your mind will make it out to be. But now the real deciding factor actually comes out to it. So, what are the price differences? Okay, so if you're looking for an Xbox One S, very good console, recommend it 100%. It will only be costing you about $300 to actually buy. Although, if you want a very high-end PC, or as good as one as myself, you're going to need $1,500 to put into a PC. Now sure, games will be cheaper and your graphics will look better on PC, but the price difference is just an insane amount. So, because of the pricing, I'm going to have to say that the correct choice for you to buy will be a console. Now, I know what you're going to say, but PCs are way better, and yes, I agree. PCs are insanely better, but the price range gap is just, it's too much. If you want the high-end PCs, it's really not going to really affect, because it's just such a price difference that it's not going to really count. So, can you do good gaming on a console? Yes, you can. It's actually very efficient on the price range. But with PCs, it's just a little bit worse. Yes, you are going to have to pay for yearly subscriptions on Xbox or PS4. Although, if you do buy a console like the Switch, which I highly recommend, it's probably one of the future of gaming. If you do end up buying the Switch, you're not going to have to be paying those bogus prices. Although, I strongly recommend going with console. Unless you're going to be buying a very high-end PC, I can't really stop you there. I mean, of course, it's a great choice, but really, there's pros and cons of each, so it really just comes down to what your friends are playing, what you want to play, and what type of gaming you want to do. Do you want to do a controller or keyboard? And you can also set up keyboards onto your consoles, which is a very good choice for the console makers. Although, if you are going to buy a console, make sure you choose the ones that your friends are using, because if you're the only one on Xbox and all your friends are on PS4, they don't compat very well. Like, it's not going to be a very good choice for you. So, if you did enjoy this episode of Let's Talk, make sure to leave a comment below telling me what I should do next week and how you enjoyed or disliked this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week. See you later, guys.